Greetings, viewer, wherever you are, whenever you are, and you're probably asking yourself why ever you are. In fact, you're going to be asking yourself throughout this video, why am I here? Why did I come watch this video? Why am I still sticking around and watching this? This is, it's a roguelike game called Elona. It's version 1.16. And I am using the MP3 pack and the graphics pack for additional accessories. Yay! It is a very unique roguelike. It is very well fleshed out as well. Unfortunately, it is also discontinued. But if you check the description down below, like always, almost always, you should be able to find the link I have provided for you. There's supposedly a Java remake of the game being worked on. I guess that the code source was released to the public. I could be mistaken there. But anyways, the game's not completely dead. There is a possibility of fans doing something with it later on down the road. But for now, this is what we get. And I can't really try to describe the game because I have not honestly played it enough to wrap my mind completely around it. There's a lot of different things you can do, a lot of really weird things, a lot of questionable things. For the most part, I will say the primary theme of this game is grinding. So if you don't like grinding, then you probably will not like this game. But we'll just jump right into it, and you can watch a little bit without me rambling on about nonsense, and maybe decide for yourself, or you can download it since it's free and rather small, and decide for yourself that way. But we'll just go ahead and generate an adventurer here. And hopefully, if my encoding turned out right, you should be able to read all of the races here. You can read the details yourself, if you want. There's a decent selection to choose from, good variety. Everything from, the magic class to the warrior class, the in-betweens, and the giant races like the golem, and all the way down to the small tiny fairies. Pretty good replayability. You'll have to change your playstyle with obviously all of the races here. We are going to go ahead and be a joueur here, I think it is. Joueur. The joueur are a people wild and free. Scorning the weaker laws of others, they quickly learn the tricks and technologies of others before ever moving onwards. Their pride makes them great performers, and are used to being hungry for long periods of time. Nimble of hand and bold of character, no two joueurs are ever the same. Joueur? I'm gonna be pronouncing that name like 15 different ways throughout this playlist. Should be interesting. Hopefully you guys can keep up with it. I won't have to talk about this race ever again, probably, after we create this character. But you can see the attribute bonuses that we get, the trained skills that we start in, martial arts, and throwing. Not very good at combat. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing early on in this video series is trying to grind up my combat skills. I'll be doing as much of it on camera as I can stand. The rest of it I might do off camera, but I want to do as little off camera as possible, because even though I don't believe there's permadeath in this game, whenever you die it is not permanent. After level 6 you start losing skills, and you always lose items, I believe, items and gold. So there is a little bit of a death penalty, but it is still hard. And yeah, we'll be a joueur here, a joueur. Oh boy. We're going to be a female joueur here, and these are the classes you can choose: warrior, thief, wizard, farmer. Pretty normal selection. War mage is interesting. Tank mage, they get heavy armor and can cast magic, plus they're good with swords. A tourist, that's kind of interesting. I guess the tourist is supposed to be one of the weaker classes in the game, perhaps. They don't really get any attribute bonuses, but they do get extra bonus experience from traveling around the world map and going from city to city and location to location. But they're going to be dying a lot, probably, so I'm not sure if that would be worth it. And leveling up in this game is a bad thing. Again, I don't know much about this game, but from what I've read, there's two things that we're going to be looking out for. We want to try to keep our level low while keeping our core skills high, like our combat skills. That way we don't out-level our combat skills like you can do in, say, some of the Bethesda games. And we want to watch out for our fame, because the higher our fame gets, the larger and more menacing the group of enemies that we will be encountering, I believe. And same with the level, it all kind of adds up. It could be a pianist, a priest, and a claymore. Claymore is good with combat, but if I was going to be a combat race, I would have chose like a golem or a dwarf. What we are here for is for the pianist. The pianist. Where the farmer has all the practical skills, the pianist has all the impractical ones. Still, they can read a book, play a tune, make jewelry, and since they are expected to haul a piano around, they get real good with weightlifting. Their motto, the whole world is my stage, and they believe it too. You can see our attribute bonuses here. Charisma will be our highest attribute if I can help it. And trained skills. These are all the skills we start out trained in a little bit. Literacy is a very good one to have. The other ones I'm not too sure on. Of course we need performer, but literacy is one you want to get on almost every character. That way you can read difficult books and cause lots of fun. We are going to select that, and I'm gonna, our charisma started at 19. I'm gonna lock that, because honestly it ain't gonna get much higher than that. I've never seen it higher than that on the rolls here, so it already started off at max. We can re-roll as many times as we want. And the next stat that I want to lock particularly is, I actually think I want to lock learning at 16. That's pretty, I don't think it's going to get much higher than that. We'll lock learning at 16 there, and I'm just going to re-roll a couple more times here. I'm not one of those type of people who takes the first roll and just goes with it. Hell no. Might put a lot of time into this character. I can't just go with junk stats and make it work. I'm not that talented. Strength and dexterity and constitution should be somewhat high. Those are the only, the primary ones I care about. That's pretty good. I'd like to see constitution higher than the 7 though. It may not happen. No. Ugh, but a constitution of 4. 11, 7, 11 with a 12 perception. We're just gonna go with it. And we get to choose feats and traits. These are the things that we are good at. We can choose 3. I am going to choose vampiric ability. We can suck blood, and that is like a minor healing spell, with a chance to banish the enemy to hell, I believe. We're also going to choose sexy. That'll help boost our charisma, which is good for being a wandering musician here. And as for the last one, I'm not actually sure what we should pick here. I kind of like the idea of not getting hit by anything, even though lucky might be important to have too. Suddenly we know how to make everyone sleep. I don't know how useful that would be though. Learn how to dodge attack. I think that we're gonna choose... Where's the one for evasion? Gene manipulation. I think that we want dodging here, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to check one more time. The only thing I'm worried about is getting dodge here and it being just like a minor armor buff, a minor dodge buff. I actually want it to be something else entirely. Which it's probably not going to be something else entirely. So we're just going to choose lucky. There we go. After you choose your traits and talents, you get to go to the alias selection. This alias here that you choose is what everyone around the world is going to see in the Elona chat viewer whenever you die, or whenever you find something really awesome, or whenever you do something awesome. You can see here, if you've been looking at this box down here wondering what the hell it was, it's the chat box. It keeps you up to date with what other players are doing. Like you can see Knight Maiden Saya was killed by Panak the Rogue in the plain field. Just, it's pretty interesting. It's sometimes hilarious because people can write out what happened to them if they want to. I think most people get used to dying so often that they just press enter and don't even bother to enter a reason. Just rage through it because you're going to be dying a lot. Of course, we have got to find a good name. This could be difficult because there are a lot of good names, but where's the good name? Maiden Money, Nether of Wonder, no. Morning Bow, Jet Black Assassin. Trying too hard there, maybe. Kick-Ass Lock, The Butchered Forfeiture, The Intelligent Queen. There are some really hilarious names that show up, and you can also vote on the best names. The Baked Blood. Whenever you get in-game, there is a voting procedure. The Sadness of Judgment. The Left Hand Tragedy. Oh my goodness. Ew, that is the Snowfall Horror. I think that we're going to have to be the left-handed tragedy here. It's definitely going to be us. As for our character's portrait, it is all anime, if you did not already know that. We're going to be redhead here. And hopefully we are actually a good redhead, a good redheaded musician here that does not get constantly killed by the crowd. Even though I don't have much faith in it. Gotta get the hair right, dang it. No. Isn't there long hair in this game that goes past? That'll have to do, because we can change it up just a bit with the sub hair here. There's a lot of accessories, like I said. It might take us a while to set the character up here, so you may actually want to skip ahead a bit, I don't know. Good lord, that sub hair does not blend in at all. I don't know what that is, some type of mustache on your forehead? Let's see. Let's set up the hair color too, so we know what it looks like. I believe that is as red as it gets too. Okay. That might actually work there. Body don't need to change, just for cloth. First, let's go change the detail here, because I do know what cloth color I want. We're going to be cloth 20, with the pants of 7 there, but we got to change it up a bit. Where's the top piece? In fact, how many top pieces are there? Oh my goodness. Whenever I was testing this, I didn't have the graphics pack installed, and there was only something like 21 different top pieces. Well, I have to say, some of these are actually pretty nice. I don't know how nice I want our pianist who wonders the world to be dressed. That's kind of scholarly there. That looks kind of like Paige. Maybe if we changed... Paige's hair color was like that. So yeah, we could actually be Paige here. We'll make Paige and Elona then. I wasn't planning on that, but hey. Seems to work. I don't really need to change the pants. Well, oh, there's only 7 pants anyways. Well, I'm not sure what I want the pants to be set as, because that top piece is not going to last forever. So first let's take a look at the pants here. We'll set the pants first. I actually would like some type of dress like that there, instead of pants underneath. As for the body, let's get... Wait, I don't know, don't need to change the body at all, I don't think. This is what we want to start looking at. Okay. Pretty sure it is going to be green. Maybe we won't have those cowboy kicks, digs, whatever they were, she had in the beginning. That's just too fancy. That's like ballroom fancy. That's like Dutch, maybe? Not very much piano-y. Not very worldly, anyways. It doesn't look like she's traveled anywhere. Need something that says, I've been on the road, traveling around, but not as a heavily armored soldier. Even though if we do come across that stuff in the game, we will be putting it on. Oh, man, okay. How much armor is there? Wow. Yeah, if you're gonna download the game, definitely download the graphics pack on that website. Otherwise, you will not have all of these options and you will be wondering what the heck. Okay, so some of the, yeah, I think most of this might just be heavy body armor up here then. That would be good if I was making a warrior class character. No, it's too butch there. Actually, I might need to change the pants, because that that dress was kind of sticking out around the edge there. That's kind of a traveling outfit. It's too much samurai there. It's almost like power armor. Actually, some of that other larger stuff was closer, I guess. Well, that's not the right color. I do kind of like that outfit, though. Might be another 10 minutes of setting up outfits here. I don't know how many accessories we've still got to go through, too. Okay, those are traveling robes right there. I think that we're gonna go, like, probably in those robes. Maybe what was that, 200? Just about. See, that's 2 court. That's 2 court. Ay, ay, ay. No, we don't want any ball gowns. And then back to body armor here. Well, it looks fancy. Wait a second. That is not even on. It's like hanging off to the side there. Divert your eyes. That's unfortunately not fitted for females. Okay. That's traveling. That's kind of like a general, though. There we go. That's like a traveling robe right there. I can't change the color, though, can I? Yeah, I can change it. I don't want a matrix robe here. It doesn't need to be black. Let's see. What is another good color? Is that brown or pink? I am colorblind a little bit, so I can't exactly tell. Okay. Maybe I should just stick with the green? Or is that gray there? Green would be for Veronica. I think we'll do... No, we'll just use this color here. I think that that's some type of charcoal, kind of. It's not pitch black. As far as pants go, I do kind of want those to be black. Okay, for etc. here, let's see, what do we got? Face masks, goggles, a tail. I don't want one of those. Hats. No, not really. I don't think I want any type of hats. Where's an eye patch? Maybe an eye patch? There we go. She's seen better days. But she's still alive, and that's all that matters. How she got to this world, no one knows. Could add a nice helmet. I think we'll add a sword on the back just for decoration there. And what else do we have? I'm sure that this pack added more accessories. No? Only up to 37? Okay. Thought for sure it would have added more there. Now we can change the eyes a little bit. Can't really see them underneath her hair there. And of course, on top of the fact that she's only got one, that'll have to do. Excuse me. That will have to do. Change the picture. Where's the Paige-y picture? That's kind of Paige-ish right there. And I think that's it. We're finally done creating the appearance there. Now, the last thing that I really want to try to set up right here is the melee dice. I can either roll 4 dice, 4 two-sided dice, I believe that is, which is good. And equipment is medium, 29 years old. Actually, you know what? We're not going to re-roll any stats. All of this is fine. This is all fine. So, okay, make sure I don't accidentally re-roll. Yeah, we're fine with that. But you can get stuck where it's like, where the dice situation is worse than that, anyways. Yeah, we're done here. And we're just gonna be Paige. I'm gonna have to put the last name. Primarily because I've already ran through with a few Paige characters. Ages ago, in the times when the scars of Remido still marred the land of Urva, the 11th era of Sierra Terre began. In those days, the land of Urva was still plagued by destruction and war, and though prophesied as the beginnings of peace, Sierra Terre brought chaos as well as hope. It rained for over a month. When the torrents finally subsided, the forests surrounding the region of Karun slowly transformed into an inhospitable blight. Strange fogs oozed forth from the forest, and the creatures grew violent and mad. The Aline forest grew with frightening speed, and though it originated in Vindel, it rapidly began to consume the whole of Karun. As the forest devoured the land, it drove countless refugees into the western reaches of the continent. But then, not so long ago, Seymour, prince of the Western Empire of Zanan, issued a proclamation blaming the destruction of the world and the end of Rem-Edo on the forests. His orders demanded the annihilation of the Ilays, and subsequently the obliteration of the Vindel forests. In short order, the violence grew. Suspicion and mistrust infected the hearts of the people. Many of the Ilays, fearing prosecution, fled deep into the Vindel. Now, the conflict grows worse with each passing day, and a final confrontation becomes more and more inevitable. The night had almost passed. We had stowed away aboard the Queen Cydonia, one of the last ships to leave for North Tyrus. It is her maiden voyage, and she is bound for Port Kapul. Suddenly we are awakened by the sound of sky-shattering thunder. Heavy winds pitch the seas into disarray, and the ship wails in agony as increasingly violent waves slam into her bow. A gust of fierce, dry wind buffets the ship. A faint blue light creeps across the night skies, and wisp-like tendrils of shimmering air begin to sweep over the oceans. An old sailor mutters a faint curse under his breath. The other wind descends upon us. The ship roars in misery as the very planks holding her together are eaten away by the other's light. Then, without so much as a moment's warning, the hull and all the ship's passengers are swept into the ocean. We feel a surge of wild emotion in our heart as we are pulled beneath the waves by powerful tides. The last thing we remember as the Queen Cydonia is swallowed into the depths of the sea is the mysterious dancing light of the other winds drifting away as we sink into the depths. And that was all we remember. Lomias, the messenger from Vindel, is here. You're awake already. Remarkable. I was beginning to worry that nursing a lowly adventurer would bring our urgent travel to a halt. You were badly wounded, passing out on the bank of a river. It was fortunate that we found you before the dark mantle of night enveloped this whole valley, almost as if Echdel, the goddess of luck herself, had her eyes upon you. Stop your curious eyes. Yes, we are sons of Vendel, whom they call the Irreverent Forest, though we Allays, noble but blameless heretics, aren't keen to spend idle time responding to every senseless question about our race. Besides, you should be more thankful for your fate. If it weren't for the Lady Elona here, who cured your mortal wound, you wouldn't be hearing my tirade. For she is a... You talk too much, Lomias, even though the one injured before you is still dazed. Yes, it's a bad habit of mine. Well, Paige, it looks like you aren't familiar with this land. Before we leave, I can spare a few moments to teach us some lessons. I'm just going to tell him I can take care of myself, because honestly, I can. If you want to go through the tutorial, by all means, you should, otherwise you're not going to know how to play the game. For even the tutorial is confusing, and overcoming the tutorial is an obstacle in and of itself. And you can be filled with pride, I guess, whenever you finally do. But here we are, we move around with the number pad. The 0 key on the number pad picks stuff up, or G does, and 5 waits a turn. As you wait, the world moves. This is our little chat box here. It is not very big, and as far as I know, there is no way to enlarge it. You can press Z to bring up the action menu here, and then use your keypad to cycle through it. Left and right will cycle through the different pages here, whereas up, down, and any of the other directions will choose one of the actions, which you can figure out for yourself. There's a log here, and it does kind of expand it a bit, but yeah, I don't think there's a hotkey for that, is there? There might be, I just haven't learned it yet. So, this is the game Elona. I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to be teaching you anything extremely awesome, at least not yet. Maybe someday. First thing I'm going to do is pick up those 2 rations there, because starvation is a very serious and real threat in this game. This chest right here, if you press enter or space on it, you can open it up, and that is where your salary will go to. You get a paycheck, I guess a salary every month, and they will send you items. As your fame grows, your paycheck grows, your salary grows as well, I believe. There's also a house board here, and if you press enter or space to go through the menus there, you can design your home, you can check your home rank, it'll tell you what your best heirlooms are, the value of everything here. I believe that you can also, maybe rank your house against other people's houses. I'm still not sure on that. I guess you can recruit servants or something. As soon as these people leave, that is. There's a lot you can do that I don't know about, but just like the Princess Maker 2 playlist, well, not really a playlist, it was all one video, just like the Princess Maker 2 video in the Gremness Christmas socking there, I'm kind of celebrating both holidays, I guess. They're both awesome to me and hold a special place in my heart. But I think this video is going to be as long as I can possibly make it. The only thing that limits my ability to make super duper long videos is the upload time. Obviously, if the video takes 3 days to upload, it is doomed and hopeless to all of us, because my internet will not last that long without being kicked out and the video halted. Okay, I am going to pick up a few other things around here as well. I'm going to pick up that ore piece. I'm going to pick up the bone fragment. I'm going to pick up the emo. I'm just going to kind of clean this place up, and some of these things are actually used for quest items. And some of these things I actually want to place in the fridge before they go bad. That's garbage. Junkstone, that's used in questing. Animal bones sometimes is. The game starts you out with all of these pieces laying around your house that, you know, you don't really know what they're for until you've played through a few times. They're not for any specific quest. It's not like, oh no, don't lose these items or you'll be fucked 30 hours down the road and you won't even have known it until you get there. These are for random quests that pop up. There's an infinite number of them, and there's an infinite number of these pieces. So you do not have to worry about running out of them. Royal open pot, disorderly book. I'm pretty much just grabbing pieces that I have seen. People do want garbage sometimes. I had a dad want to send garbage to his son for his birthday. So sure, why not, Dad? Here, I'll send you the garbage, and you just send me the 1,000 gold coins and everything else you were promising. Take the broken vase there. And we'll open up the freezer, and we press tab to switch between take and put away up here. And we're going to put the emo and the appy nuts there. That way they do not decay and rot away as quickly. Let's see, my health. Oh, my backpack is squishing me. I'll be damned. Okay, one thing I'm going to drop here so I don't lose it now, and because I can't play it here yet, is the Royal Grand Piano. That is what the pianists start with. I have no idea how you're supposed to get one of these if you don't start as a pianist, and heaven forbid you die and lose this item as a pianist, because I've never found out how to get one back. I've had to abandon characters because I've died and not been able to get the piano back. And I simply didn't want to keep playing and looking around because it seemed quicker to create a new character. I've never gotten that far. Maybe if I get a lot farther, I probably won't want to delete my characters so easily. I'm not going to worry about any of these screens yet. We do start with 5 bonus points, but I'm going to wait to spend those. We spend bonus points on our skills here to level them up. Unfortunately, it does take a decent amount of points to level them up. The other way to level skills up is simply to use them. You can see the gear we start off with here. Bronze katana, bronze breastplate. All of this is standard gear. This is what every character will start with, it seems like. Almost every character. To get to those screens, you press C. That'll pull up your character menu here. Then you can use the arrow keys to cycle through your skill menus here and press tab to change through the categories. The feats we've got, we're lucky, we can suck blood. We're sexy, so we have more charisma. Our digestion is slow, so we require less food, and we can gather more materials. Which I don't know what materials are good for yet. Yeah, and we're fine there. And you want to try to walk around. I'm going to ignore all of her stuff. You can read it yourself if you want. But I'm going to try to stay burdened most of the time, primarily because you also gain skill by being burdened. Let's see, it's difficult to maintain a shop. Wandering merchants sell really, really good items. Most of the time you will not be able to afford things from these guys until you learn what you're doing. And the first town that we're going to is the town of Vernus here. You just use the enter key to move into and out of areas. And as we enter the very first town, we get a reunion with a pet. As we approach the mining town, we notice a familiar call and stop walking. Our old pet, who got separated from us during the shipwreck, is now running towards us joyfully. Who is it? You can have a dog, a cat, a bear, or you can have a pet slave little girl who runs around and kills things for you. I think that we're going to go ahead and choose a bear here. Paige seems like she would run around with a bear. A tamed Yao Guai, maybe. But this is the town. This is the weapon shop, I believe, right? You guys sell weapons here. That's what your sign says. Weapons and armor. Nothing too amazing, but if you find yourself dying and losing items, you may just be coming back there. You can drink out of the well with Q. Random things happen. And we want to go to the inn here. Where's the innkeeper at? You just walk into people to talk to them, or to attack them. But here's the innkeeper. I want to buy as many of these cargo of travelers' food as I can. These things, they don't rot, they don't go bad. They are quite heavy, but you can find them in just about every single store that sells things. Except for, apparently, the chef, who turns his nose up at such goods, I guess. Let's see, do you have any 2 cargoes of traveler's food? Yes. This guy sells all types of interesting things. Lockpicks. Very useful to have. Quite uncommon to come across, it seems like, at least in my journeys. I don't think anyone in this building sells the cargo food that we're looking for. I don't think anyone in here does either. This is the tavern, and there are several important people in here. There are all of these cargoes that you can buy, and apparently you can go sell them in other towns. Like, buy low here, sell high in another town. Unfortunately, I don't know how well the system works, and I haven't tried to compare prices yet to see just how bad I'd get screwed over if I bought every item in the shop and just took them to another town and sold them. This character right here is very important. I believe her icon will always be the same, but if any of your allies die, like your pet bear or your pet little girl, if one of you sickos choose that, yeah, you can come back here and revive them from this person. She'll tell you which one of your allies are dead, and pretty much charge you a decent amount to bring them back. And look, the well. Somebody drank out of the well, and they left gold coins laying on top. So we'll just take those. This is the magic shop. Another very useful place eventually. Buy healing bottles here, healing potions, all types of potions actually. And if you invest in it, whenever you start getting money, you can eventually get potions that will remove mutations and corruption from you, which is also extremely useful because otherwise you are going to be fucked in the long run. And we will get to that later. Hello, merchant. Of course, he doesn't have anything that I can afford. I didn't want to leave town there. I don't know what I was doing. Do you have any good ideas for investments? Let's see. Are you interested in trade? What do you have? Followers bronze engagement ring? Join me. Huh? What made you think I'd want to join you? I don't even know you well. I'll take the job for 280 gold pieces for a week. Some other time. I would like to hire her. Unfortunately, I don't have that much money. This board right here that I'm standing below is where you get missions from. Missions, whenever you complete them, will bump up your fame and your karma. Sometimes. If you fail a mission, you will lose fame, and in some cases, you will lose karma. Don't take the mission if you can't complete it, especially if it means putting someone's life in your hands. You will lose karma if they die. But we're just going to bump into the board here, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see these after it's encoded, but these little money symbols here, green means easy, blue means medium, and red means hard. And obviously the more symbols there are, the more difficult it is. And there are all types of missions that you can take. Well, probably only like 5, I guess not all types. But like this citizen wants a bowl, I guess. This is a hunting mission. They will send you somewhere to get your ass kicked, and you will get killed and then promptly be sent back to town. It's a great way to lose fame if you've built up too much. Escorts are fairly simple for the most part, provided you make sure you have enough time and you make sure you know exactly where you're going. I'm just going to drag that there. I have a map I'm going to be using, and I guess I'll link it to you guys if you're interested in it. It labels all of the towns for you, as well as some of the other areas that you may not want to know about those, so just be warned, it's a bit of a spoiler perhaps, but it does make it easier to run from town to town. We're not going to be going to Yowin ever, I don't believe, at least not in this playlist. I don't know how long I'd have to play with to successfully make it there. Let me check real quick, hang on a second. Is that where I think it is? I just need to know how far out that is. No, we'll actually be going to Yowin there. We could take a mission to Yowin. So let's see, Yowin goes 963 gold. This is Yowen for 1,000 gold. Wants us to just take somebody. You can be attacked by random monsters and have your person get killed. Let's see, this is another mission. This is one you will lose karma for. We have 4 days to get to Yowen. I don't really think that we could get there in 4 days, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna take the mission to run the dad to Yowen. He's got a deadly poison in his system. We'll be paid 4,260 gold pieces, but we've got to pretty much do this without slowing down at all, without taking a wrong turn. So we just accept the mission and leave town, and let's take off running this way. Yowen is over here. Oh, and it starts heavily raining. Whenever it rains hard, you become confused and blinded. And hey, we got our salary today. It's payday. We get 512 gold pieces and 1 item sent to our house. And yeah, you can read Norn right there. I actually should have read that. I'll have to pause it and check that out. Oh, quit confusing me. Damn it. Whenever you're confused, you stumble around. So I'm trying to walk to this town here, but I'm just stumbling all over the place, which is wasting time. And we were ambushed. Enemy strength is Pooty rank, which doesn't really mean anything, because we could still be killed. I'm not even going to fight him, I'm just going to run off the edge of the map. And we died. Or, we didn't die, but we failed the mission. As soon as we stepped onto the town, she died from poisoning. If there's one thing I want to get into your head about Elona, this is the biggest fuck you roguelike I have ever played. Anything this game can do to just hold you down and shit in your mouth, it will do. Because this game hates you. It wants you to hate the game too, I guess. I don't know. But you'll see what I'm talking about. There is no breaks in this game. Let's see, who is this? Yeah, I don't want to talk to the guard. We are inside the town of Yolen then, and the quest board, the mission board for this town, is right here by the well. There's all types of shops around here and various people you can talk to. There's various quests around. And this town always has a ton of harvesting quests. Harvesting quests are actually hard if you are not a melee character, because you have to harvest vegetables from the ground, and while you're doing that you're getting attacked, so you've got to kill what's attacking you, then try to harvest while things run at you and hit you, which stops you from harvesting, which means you've got to kill them and start over. And you've got a time limit of like 200, 300 steps, and then that's it. So let's see, these are all harvesting jobs. These are escort missions, where you will be ambushed by somebody mean enough to kill you most of the time. So I'm not going to be taking that. Anytime it says my girlfriend is going somewhere, don't do it, because they're just trying to kill you. What we are going to do is we're gonna try this one right here. Escort needed. They want us to head to Palmia. They'll pay us almost 2,000 gold, and we've got 10 days. That's fine, because Palmia should only be a day away. It's right across this bridge here, and we're ambushed. Yeah, just run. Here's Palmia. It's the walled city. It's a capital. And as soon as we bring our escort into town, here, we made it, he says. He's a Uril's machine infantry. Just make sure you pick up the items that drop at your feet. We get a sapphire rod, there's our gold, and a platinum coin. Platinum coins are used to train skills at trainers, which means they're very good for picking up brand new skills that you have no experience in at all. Let's say you're a mage who wants to pick up lockpicking or something. If you don't start with it, you'll have to find somebody to train you and pay them in platinum coins. Let's see, we're sleepy, we're wet, we're satisfied. type of general store there. Here's the inn. I want to buy something. I want to buy traveler's food. Yes. You can also have them bring you food, even though it does take a lot of money. And they can take you to the shelter. The innkeeper can. Anyone might be able to take you to the shelter. Maybe, but I know for certain the innkeeper can. And you'll want to go to the shelter whenever an ether storm happens. How much to invest? No, I think I'll save my money for now. Very high probability that we're gonna die here in a moment, though, and lose a little bit of it. Hang on, I'm gonna take a drink. All this talking, it makes me thirsty. So this is the, I guess, the park and recreation area, the square of the town here. And this right here is the quest board right above me. So let's see, have you seen Rarut's Earth Crystal? If you've got an Earth Crystal, he'll pay you 609 gold pieces for it. Another hunting mission, another harvest mission, another girlfriend mission. Party time! Party missions are another good way to lose fame. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to beat party missions. I think you're supposed to have really high performance skill, and then just go jam out on like whatever instrument you've got. Other than that, every time I go, I just get killed. So maybe we will be able to do something with that at some other point. Hunting, more hunting, escort. 8 days to get to Port Kapul from here. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. No, not going to happen. That would be pushing it. That would be absolutely pushing it. They want a fried animal egg. Another party time. Deep fried beast. Vegetable tempura. And get to Port Kapul in 4 days. Not going to happen. Okay, so we're not taking any missions from this town. Boy. Let's just head back to Virtus here. Verialis, whatever this town's name is. There we go. Vernus. I don't even have the town names memorized yet. And, well, actually we need sleep. So let's go back to our house. And we're just gonna crash. Shift R makes you rest, which is good to rest until you're healed. Or you can Shift R whenever you need sleep, and you'll fall asleep. Oh, and I'm gonna stretch here too. Our first day is down. And random events happen to you as you sleep. We learned a spell, the spell Oracle. In our dream we met a wizard with a red mustache. Who are you? I guess I picked up the wrong man's dreams. My apologies for disturbing your sleep, the wizard says. And, to make up for this, he rewards us by giving us the spell Oracle. We'll learn a decent number of spells that way. Let's see, our entire body flushes as we wake up and a scar on our arm is gone. And our potential of magic expands. And our potential of short swords expands as we improve our sword theory. So sleeping can be good. You can get skill bonuses, you can learn spells, things like that. There's also bad things about sleeping, though, that you'll run across. V, if you press V, that shows you your spells. Pretty much, I'm never going to be able to cast this spell, because it costs 150 mana, and I have 9. That's just absolutely crazy. Here, let's play the piano. There we go, we play it. Cha-cha-cha. Our brown bear is dancing, we're hungry. Let's eat some traveler's food. So yeah, this right here is pretty much what you do whenever you're trying to raise skill. If you want to raise your performer skill without getting killed, you get food, you come to your house, and you jam on the piano until you can no longer jam. It's kind of a grind, because the easiest way to do it and to raise your skill is to do it this way. Especially because once you get level 6, you can't just be playing your piano out in public, hoping for the best. Once you get level 6, people will kill you for playing horribly, and then you will start losing skills. You have a 25% chance of losing like a half of a skill point or something like that. It can add up quite a bit. We're very tired. So yeah, there we go. What is my performer? My performer skill is 10.8. So if I play the piano once, that takes my performance skill up to 10.9. So you can see at this level we're gaining a tenth of an entire skill point every time we play. I think once we get up to 20 skill points, we're only getting like a 20th of a skill point. We have to play 5 times for what we were having to play earlier. And our performance skill increases there. And a bunch of people died, it looks like. Okay. So, what I want to do is go back to Vernus here. And we've got to find some quests or something. I guess we could go to a dungeon. And somebody is killed by an audience. They stone him to death. His last words were, "Did I suck that bad?" And look, this person wants an ore piece. Wouldn't you know it, we picked up an ore piece back at our house whenever we started. So we'll accept the mission, take the job, and here you go. Here's the ore piece that you wanted. Of course, the reward drops at our feet. A couple potions, wooden rod, platinum coin, and 500 gold. So not bad. You can see that they can add up quite quickly. Unfortunately, our fame is already up to 41. I don't think that's too terribly high, but we want to keep our eye on it. And 1200 to escort someone to Port Kapul. I might do that one. Token of our friendship, junk stone. But I'd have to go to Yowen. I don't really want to go back to Yowen just yet. Yeah, it pays to carry around a lot of items, as you can tell, because people are always wanting everything under the sun, worthless fake gold bars. 7 days to get to Port Kapul. We can do it. We'll take the job. Let's go. And we're leaving town with our escort here. If you stick to the roads, you get fewer enemies, I believe, and easier enemies. And we got jumped by some rogues here. Halt, 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 traveler. You're a quite fortunate one. Before you is the renowned band of legendary brigands, the Army of Tiny Stones, that the mere mention of its name is enough to silence a naughty child. Yet we will spare your life for only a toll of 572 gold pieces and your cargo. Unfortunately, if I don't surrender, he kills me, and my bear, and my escort, and takes some of my gold, and whatever else I drop. We're not strong enough to beat them, so just surrender, take my stuff. And Port Kapul is just up here. Oh boy, we get ambushed by a decently strong group of thugs there. Don't tell me that he died. No, he didn't, okay. He's a thief character. If they look like this, they're thieves. And they can teleport away, I believe, when they get in trouble. We made it, thank you. And yeah, he's a thief male, okay. Sometimes you'll get ambushed like that, and the person you're escorting will just be swarmed by the monsters, and the monsters will kill them before you can do anything. So this is what we got. Clear liquid, green potion, some quiche, 1200 coins, and a platinum coin. We got a nice little pocket full of coins now. 3,000 here. What are you selling? Lockpicks. I don't need any of those yet. I think I will buy a mana crystal, a sun crystal, and a raw ore of mica. I also need more cargo. My traveler's food was stolen, so we're going to buy more of that. And a blessed light leather cloak. It modifies dodge value by 3 and penetration value by 1. We're going to buy that. And we'll put that on. When we leveled up from buying something. We're level 4 now. Good lord. I did not notice we had leveled up that much. Okay. Go ahead and put that cloak on. I don't have anything else yet. Am I really level 4? That's disappointing, to say the least. I've got 17 bonus points. I'm half tempted to spend it all on my sword skill. Or whatever weapon I'm going to be using here. I haven't actually attacked with it yet, have I? Oh well, we will. I'm still saving up my points for a rainy day. What are you selling? A metal longsword. 2d8 plus 1. Ooh. I need to sell something. Let's sell that cloak for 1 whole coin. All this stuff only goes for 1 coin. I'm getting bent over here, I think. I wanted that sword that he's got, because mine is only a 4d2. This was much better. This is the Colosseum here, the Fighters Guild. I want to join. You must first face a test to earn our trust. We only need skilled hunters who will obey our law and remain undaunted, even in a desperate battle. The task given to you is this. Find and slay 15 Cobra. When you complete this task, you can talk to me again. Okay, we've got these red machines here are red treasure machines. You can spend yen at them, and these ones are blue treasure machines. You can spend things at them too. We can register our pet for a duel. I've never actually tried this before. Platinum coins are a lot rarer than gold. About the work. Oh, this guy has a job. He wants to give his kid a skeleton as a birthday present. Not now. I don't have just a skeleton. The quest board for this town, for the port, is right here underneath the inn. And what do they got? Ooh, they want a mana crystal. I've got a mana crystal. Here it is. So we'll give him that. And we get a thick spell book, a couple rods. That's nice. Rods don't have much inherent value to begin with, but once you've actually identified them, they can be quite valuable. Let's see, raw ore of Mika. I've got one of those too. Aw, he's asleep. Wake up. We'll wait for just a little bit. Come on, wake up. Can I interact with him? No. You know, we'll check him out here in a bit. It's midnight right now. He might sleep for a while. Let's see. This guy wants sage. This guy wants mana crystal. Do I have a mana crystal anymore? No. I do not. That is unfortunate. Maybe I can find another one somewhere. Let's see. A client secretly heading to Durfee. We have 11 days there. Secretly heading to Vernus. What if I could take both of them? The guests will be satisfied. I'm going to try to take both of these. We'll go to Durfee first. Or we'll take the Durfee job first, just in case we can't take the other one. Durfee is closest. We can go drop this guy off and maybe make it back in time for another one. Let's see. Where's the other one? Okay, this client wants to go to Vernus. Ah, he's sleeping. Wake up. There we go. Hey, about the work. We have this client. I'll take it. And is this guy awake yet? Arsoner. It's dawn. We'll head out soon. I don't think I'm wasting too much time here. Hey, about the work. I'll take a job. Here's one of the raw Mika that you wanted. Potion, spellbook, gold. Got 92 fame. I'm going to be failing a few missions here soon. And let's cross our fingers and hope, beyond hope, that we can make it there with both of them. Okay, this is a random dungeon. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Hello, boss. Hello, governor. Fine. Take my toll and my gold. This is Durfee right here. And the punk says, we made it, thank you. He gives us a spell book. decent chunk of gold and platinum coins. And let's see. We want to go back up this way to get to Vernus. Ugh, ambushed. Don't kill my escort. You jerks. You cowardly jerks. And we made it with both of them. Awesome. He gives us a strawberry, gold coins, and platinum. I was honestly expecting to lose one of them. Let's see, they want a radish. This is what Elona is for me for the time being anyways. Let's see, this client wants to head to Palmia for 12 days. We'll go dungeon hopping soon. Junk stone. 4 days to get to Port Capullo. Nope. Roast beef. This guy wants a junk stone. I believe I've got one. Here you go. Good job. Enjoy the stone. Up to 8,000 gold. Ooh, look at this. A lute. We pick it up. Apparently some bard was playing here and got killed. It's always good to check the local tavern. Sometimes bards will run their mouths, play too much, and the crowd will kill them. Let's see, we will drop the loot. I'm also going to drop this ore piece here. Well, no, never mind. Look at all those rods. We're only at like half weight right now. Can I play the loot right now? Play it on the ground? Yeah, there we go. The brown bear claps and does the cha-cha. Okay, let's sleep. End of day 2. As soon as we can fall asleep. Sometimes it takes a while to fall asleep. Goodness. Wait until it says you need sleep too. And our sleep is disturbed by a harshly whispering that comes from nowhere. Creepy. A malicious hand slips and steals our money. And let's see, we lost 68 gold pieces, we slept for 10 hours, we're refreshed, and we wake up feeling so-so. So, yeah, that wasn't too good. Nothing too interesting happened that night. Aw, and my quiche and strawberry are rotten. I forgot to remove them before falling asleep.